Good morning and welcome. This is Development Stories at this time on Osrc Television. My name is Oyewumi Ayinigbara. The Ondo State House of Assembly has expressed satisfaction with the just concluded screening of 12 commissioner nominees sent by the state governor. The Speaker, Olamide Oladiji, described the process as thorough, transparent, and reflective of the Assembly's commitments to good governance. House of Assembly correspondent Omoshili Oladesoye now reports.
The screening of the 12 commissioner nominees took place over several days, during which each candidate was questioned about their qualifications, experience, and plans for their respective portfolios, if confirmed. At the conclusion of the screening process for the 12 nominees presented by Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa, the Speaker of the Ondo State House of Assembly, Olamide Oladiji, commended the members of the House for their diligence and cooperation in fulfilling their legislative duties. He noted that the exercise was carried out in strict accordance with constitutional guidelines and with the highest level of professionalism.
In terms of their general performance, yes, they have the required qualification, and apart from required qualification, the required experience, they possess it, and apart from that, some of them are technocrats of a very fantastic note, and some of them are technocrat whom politician, of which you should know that, of course, all of them cannot be a technocrat altogether. And they have really performed.
Some of the nominees applauded the process and pledged their commitment to the overall development of the state.
Whatever the ministry that the governor deems fit that is given to me, you can be rest assured that by the special grace of God, I will use my energy, I will use my contacts to make sure that Ondo State is projected in a very positive way. The innovation we are bringing to Ondo State is that every consumer of electricity in Ondo State must be able to have access to 24 hours, 7 days every week of electricity.
We are changing narratives, and the government will have. There is not time to be discussing a lot of things now, but we are bringing new solution to the old system. That's what we are bringing.
The exercise, which is part of efforts to strengthen democratic governance, provided lawmakers with an opportunity to thoroughly scrutinize Mrs. Idowu Ajanaku, Abiola Olawoye, Johnson Alabi, and Segun Omoyofumi. Meanwhile, the House has received an additional list of 4 nominees who are expected to undergo screening before the end of the week. From Ondo State House of Assembly, Omoshili Oladesoye, Osrc News.
The Ondo State Security Network Agency, also known as Amotekun Corps, said it had arrested one of the prime suspects who killed the ward chairman of the All Progressives Congress, Mr. Nelson Adekbuigi, after he was kidnapped by some armed men at the entrance of his farm along the Ifon Road in Ifon, the headquarters of Osrc local government area of the state, last month. The Corps also said it had arrested no fewer than 32 persons suspected to be criminals across the state. Parading the suspects at the headquarters of the command in Akure, the state capital, yesterday, the Amotekun commander, Akogun Adeleye, said they were arrested at different locations across the 18 local government areas of the state. According to him, the suspects allegedly committed crimes such as kidnapping, rape, robbery, and stealing, among others. Adeleye said the alleged killer of the APC chieftain had confessed to the killing of the politician. And the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, has refuted claims that the security agencies manipulate election outcomes in Nigeria, insisting such allegations are baseless and unfair. Speaking at the 3rd National Democracy Stakeholders Summit in Abuja, Egbetokun said the police remained impartial actors during electoral exercise with no role in determining all influencing vote counts. The remarks come amid lingering controversies from the 2023 general election, where both the opposition and the ruling All Progressives Congress accused each other and election stakeholders of complicity and widespread irregularities. Egbetokun stressed that the police were constantly working to build professionalism through collaboration and capacity building, Egbetokun also addressed the growing calls for the federal government to grant citizens the right to bear arms, warning that such a policy would escalate violence rather than curb it. Management and staff of People's Democratic Party (PDP) National Secretariat yesterday shut their offices and staged a mass walkout in protest against Senator Samuel Anyau's attempt to forcibly reclaim his position as National Secretary. The protest came after party's National Working Committee (NWC) appointed Sedonji Koshedio as acting National Secretary, an appointment the staff had earlier pledged to support. Anyao arrived at the party headquarters with suspected thugs and tried to take control of the National Secretary's office, but staff members, determined not to recognize or work with him, quickly mobilized and vacated the premises, leaving Anyao stranded and visibly embarrassed. As the standoff continued, the PDP Secretariat remained deserted, with staff insisting they would not return until Anyao vacated the office. Anyao was later advised by aides to leave quietly to avoid further humiliation. In a landmark cultural restitution, 119 Benin bronzes have been officially returned to the Netherlands to Nigeria, marking one of the largest single return of looted artifacts to the country since the infamous British invasion of Benin City in 1897. The handover ceremony, which took place at the National Museum in Lagos at the weekend, was attended by top officials from both nations and representatives of cultural institutions. The artifacts, parts of the Dutch state collection and the municipality of Rotterdam, are being repatriated unconditionally, acknowledging their wrongful acquisition during the colonial era. The ceremony was graced by Nigeria's Minister of Art, Culture, Tourism and Creative Economy, Anatu Musawa, Dutch Ambassador for International Cultural Cooperation, Dewi Ward, the of the NCMM, directors of the World Museum, and others. The artifacts will initially be housed